Hey YouTube, Long Boys Post 1975. Just a bit of fun if you read the question down there. I mean, yeah, mine is huge. I mean, pretty much 18 inches. Totally takes someone's eye out with this bad boy. Sorry. You can't blame me for not wanting to waste a statement like that when you have a title like that down below. But yeah, this video is inspired by a couple of things. I've noticed that quite a lot of us who retro games sort of have an interest in comics and action figures as well, and it doesn't necessarily mean that we collect religiously, but I think that the interests are so closely related that there is a certain amount of crossover, and even if you don't buy every single figure in a range, most people will have a movie or a cartoon or a TV show that, you know, they appreciate or enjoy so much that they will go out of their way to buy an action figure for it. Now, I have to really quickly just say, I absolutely adore The Crow. I mean, I absolutely love The Crow. This is the release that came out just before the movie. I love this book so much that just because they changed the cover when it finally came back in reprint and it had extra art at the back, I bought it again. I absolutely love the movie. While it's certainly not as dark as the book, it is a very good sort of spiritual retelling of the subject matter in the book. Love The Crow. Love The Crow so much that I even have the McFarlane Ickle figure. Let's get some light on that bad boy. And it's funny, but when I went to work last night, you know when some people get you so well and they just know the certain things that you're interested in or you love so much, and then if they see it, they'll make a point of picking it up. When I went to work last night, someone gave me this. It's huge. It's an 18-inch Brandon Lee Crow figure. It does actually have a crow, but that's in the back of my car. It's massive. It's so detailed. It's so amazing. I can't believe that literally someone walked up to me at work and gave me a bag with this and just said, have this. I think you'll like it. It's amazing. It can have been cheap first time around, and I don't know where they found it or how much they paid for it, because they wouldn't tell me, but it's brilliant. Check it out, right? It gets even cooler.
And I say I'm dead. And I live.
It's motion sensitive. You ready? Oh, I couldn't look any stupider if I try.
Mother is the name for God on the lips and hearts of all children.
It's funny because
It can't rain all the time. Victims. Aren't we all?
let's turn that off. It was in the back of my car this morning when I came back from work, and it wouldn't shut up for shit. But looking at and I have quite a lot of action figures. You may not have seen many of them. I have boxes and boxes of them in the other room over there, but I've never had a figure this big in my life. Look, it's absolutely massive. It's amazing. So I want to ask a very simple question. In your action figure collection, what is the biggest action figure you own? Not vehicle, you know, there's nothing wrong with vehicles, or Star Wars vehicles I should say, because if you went for vehicle then you could just pick something that was absolutely huge like an AT-AT. But yeah, what's the biggest action figure you own in your collection? Oh, and by the way, this video is a bit of fun, hence the title, but I would like to say, out of respect for the subject matter and out of respect for the author, here comes the serious bit. I absolutely adore The Crow by James O. Barr. It's hands down one of my favourite graphic novels of all time. Is it a perfect book? Certainly not by any stretch of the imagination. Is it an easy read? No, not really, and in places it can be kind of very uncomfortable. But once you understand the inspiration or the motivation behind why James O. Barr wrote and illustrated this book, it suddenly all slots into place and makes perfect sense. This book was his grieving process. This is how he dealt with the death of his girlfriend at the hands of a drunk driver. And it is also worth adding that it's also somewhat based on a real-life murder of a young couple for their $20 engagement ring. If you like the movie, which is, as I've said many times before, a fantastic movie, you need to do yourself a favour and read this book. They are quite, while the movie is in spirit, you know, it really does get the essence of this book across, and as I said, I thoroughly endorse it. The book is very different in places, and even though the movie's an 18, the book is far darker, and you really do need to read this book. In fact, if you just want to read somewhat an interesting and different take on, do I say superhero genre? I don't know, because it's about love and revenge, isn't it? But Yeah, The Crow, absolutely amazing book. So yeah, what's the biggest action figure you own? I would love to know. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Smells of joss sticks. And I can't believe I made it all the way through that video without saying, you know, especially with that title, that's what she said.